Hey, this is Aisha. I would like to apologize in advance because I am recovering from a respiratory infection. So if I cough or my voice sounds really weak or scratchy, I'm just hey, here we go. I'm just letting you know what's going on. I am doing my first project on Scratch. Scratch is a coding program that works for learners of all ages. It seems like it's pretty simple, but it really had me stumped. So I'm going to take you through what I learned today and on my other experiences messing around playing with Scratch. So the first thing is these little characters are sprites. I apologize. If you do not like that sprite, you can click at the bottom and change to get a new sprite. And these are just like little avatars that you can use and have them do different things. So let's stick with Dinosaur 2. So if I don't want to keep the cat, I can right click on him and delete him. So I'm going to delete him. So there are several options. If I want him to move, I can just drag the bar that says move over, and by clicking on that, he'll actually take some steps. I can also get some sound to go with his steps. So I'm going to click on play the drum. And I would like to change my drum option. So instead of a snare drum, let's say I stick with the bass drum for quarter beats. And then if I want him to move, I can click on this and it'll show me what it does. Now I want him to do a couple things. So I'm going to drag move 10 steps back over. But instead of move 10, I'm going to change it to negative 10 because I want him to go back and forth. And while he's going back and forth, I would like for him to also continue dancing. But this time, instead of dancing to the bass drum, let's stick him with a bongo. Let's see how that works. So now let's listen to it. Okay. So I want this to repeat. So I'm going to click the control and I have to wrap the repeat around this whole thing. And if I want him to repeat this instead of only 10 times, he can do it for 30. So it'll look like this. And the little stop sign up at the top will help it to stop. So he's dancing, he's grooving, but he can also say things. So let's see, which one is it? On look, up here in the purple, I can drag over something that I want him to say. So if I want him to say hello, he can say hello, but maybe he wants to say, watch me dance. And if I want him to say that, I'm going to go to events and I'm going to click when this green flag is clicked. And if I click that green flag, he says, watch me dance, and then he starts to dance. That is so cool. Okay, so I also found out that I can change the colors of how he looks. So when I go into look, I can go to down here, change color by effect. And if I go to events and drag over what is pretty much like my bar that tells me what to do, the orange ones are. If I click the space bar, he'll start to change colors. If I don't want to click the space bar, if I'd rather click like the arrow or any key or whatever, then I also have that option. So if I click here, oh wait, before I do that, I want to backdrop. So that's down here at the bottom, which kind of gives you a nice little cool background. You can choose from anything that you like. I'm going to click on the stage. And then I want to maybe put him down towards maybe I'll put him at the top. That's cool. And then once I click here, I can see how this all works out. So click on my green my green flag. And while I'm doing this, I'm clicking the space bar, and my little guy is doing a dance. this was really cool, but it kind of took me a while to get the hang of it. So there's definitely some more aspects of it, but I thought this was pretty cool to get kids interested in coding. Thanks.